I honestly never had a clue as to how many MMOs were actually on Steam. And despite everyone saying that the genre is dead, there does seem to be new titles released every other week. And I'm making it my mission this year to check out the good, the bad, and the questionable, all in hope of finding that one hidden gem which might save the MMO genre. However, there are a lot of bad MMOs on Steam, so this might take a while. So if you're a fan of watching someone play dead and irrelevant games just for your viewing pleasure, well, good news. You might also like my dead and irrelevant YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. So the intro out the way, let's take a look at our first MMO, which potentially could be a future classic. Past Fate is a medieval MMORPG which started its humble beginnings as a Kickstarter back in 2020. It was successfully funded in the same year it was created with a grand total of $25,000.
You can't keep getting away with this!
The original plan was to go from early access to official launch in late 2022. However, it didn't officially hit early access on Steam until January 2026. So by MMO Kickstarter standards, you could argue it's doing pretty well. Despite having mostly negative reviews and costing $20, I decided to jump in and check it out for myself. Here's the result. When a game only has 3 achievements, you just know it's going to be good. Past Fate didn't mess around, no cutscenes, no warnings, nothing. Just go create your character. Terms and conditions, user agreements, that's for Care Bears. You had the traditional option of male or female.
Pronouns!
There was also an assortment of hairstyles, which also did your beard at the same time. And for some reason, features and skin color were grayed out for me. I promise not to read too much into this. I used your mum's pet name for me as my character name. I still couldn't understand why this was grayed out. Maybe selecting your race is a future add-on.
Don't worry, this doesn't affect combat, just every other aspect of your whole life.
Anyway, it was time to select the server. And why wouldn't I let this early access game have access to my network? There was a couple of servers to choose from, including a PvP one. I opted for the American PvE server. Wooddrad. I don't fucking know, do I? And just like that, I was part of the game. I was in the world of Past Fate. Admittedly, the graphics weren't the best. It had a PlayStation 2 vibe about it. And despite being a newly released game, there was not a single player in my sight. So we were off to a good start. I headed over to some NPCs who had an icon above their head.
Overwhelm us. I have been waiting for you.
And to my surprise, I could actually hear voice acting. The first quest had me practice my melee abilities, so off I went. There was just one slight issue. And if you can work out what it is, then you are a genius, just like me. So yes, as you can see, I didn't have a weapon. So I plodded along back to the quartermaster, who actually gave me some clothes and a weapon. Not gonna lie, I feel like this should have been the very first quest I did, maybe a little hint to say to do this first. Or am I being too much of a MMO princess? I don't know, let me know in the comments below. Now, don't adjust the video, but there are 3 types of attacks that you can do, all with a bit of a cooldown, as you can see. Truly riveting. Anyway, after completing the quest, I got given a shield, which is great apart from the fact that I had a great sword, and obviously I can't use a shield and great sword at the same time. I can't tell if I'm just being finicky or this is just a very silly oversight. And would you look at that, the next quest gives me a one-handed sword. This might take a while. I decided to go exploring instead, so I checked the map to see where I could go. Now, I'm not sure if the red flag is me, because when I zoomed in, it also moved. I don't think it's supposed to do that. And also, you can't pan the map, just zoom in and out, and it just goes to one corner. Really good mechanic. I don't know what it is about the walk animation, but it just reminds me of like a angry toddler stomping across a room. I eventually came to some docks, and that water animation, 1, looks ferocious, and 2, Yeah, definitely not UE5. I can, however, confirm this is a 100% legit MMO because it has fishing. And whilst taking in this beautiful scenery, I got kicked from the server. But hey, this is probably my fault because I did put the graphics on Ultra and clearly it couldn't handle it. Anyway, back to exploring. I walked around the town some more and ran into iconic NPCs like Farmer and Villager. But do you know what I didn't run into? Other players. And there was a good reason for that too, which was there wasn't any. At a time where Ashes of Creation and New World have both been declared dead, this brand new MMO, for some reason, wasn't attracting players. I headed out into the big wide world when all of a sudden there was a figure in front of me. Was it a friend? Was it a foe? I had no idea. There's only one way to find out. Yep, it was a foe. It was definitely a foe. This gave me the perfect opportunity to try out this action combat. And it was, yeah. I think I've solved the mystery as to why no one's playing this game. Now, to the untrained eye, you look at this as me walking into the enemy and just dying. But if we replay it, what's actually happening is I'm spamming my ability with nothing happening, and then the NPC mysteriously dies. I was then given the option to rise once again or yield to the whispers. So of course I picked rise once again and I was swiftly teleported back to town. Or as Logan Paul would call it, easy YouTube content. And then every YouTuber's worst fear suddenly occurred. Tits. Uncensored knockers, chesticles, jubblies, milk bags. Truly a disgusting sight for my virgin MMO eyes. I just had to walk away. I headed back to where I died in hope of getting some loot, and the NPC had respawned. But this time I felt ready, so I smacked him in the back with my sword. And then, would you believe it or not, a fight broke out. I tried to kite this NPC by just trying to outrange him, I guess, and he did seem to miss a lot if I just stepped further enough back, but also found that I had to be quite close to him to hit with my sword. It looked like I was going to die, so I ran away. And it was at this point I noticed that he put his sword away. So, given the advantage of me having a sword and him not, I tried to hit him. I was half expecting him to get his sword back out once I had landed a blow, but he just continued to run away. I couldn't tell if the combat was genuinely this bad or that it had glitched out. Either way, this NPC just wasn't fighting back, so I took full advantage.
Oh, that's a lot of damage!
Bemused, and with one kill under my belt, I carried on with my adventure. Whilst collecting blueberries, I heard an alarming sound. And to this day, I have no idea who did that or what it was. The more I explored, the more scuffed the world felt. Even the local wildlife was very questionable. I don't quite understand what was going on with the pathing, but it was bouncing all over the place, and I was just too slow to try and hit it. But luckily for me, this deer, elk, whatever it wants to be, decided to try and drown itself. Given how scuffed the game is, I was half expecting it to like float to the top dead, but no, it seemed like a very confident swimmer. Now, I'm not in the market to be made a fool out of, so I went in after this wild beast and I smashed the fuck out of it. And that was when I noticed something. There was no oxygen gauge and I couldn't swim up or down. I was just at a level. I got out of the pond and then went and checked the controls, and yes, as you can imagine, spacebar makes you swim up, left control makes you swim down. And do you know what I found out? It was a complete and utter lie. I just want to prove that this isn't fucking working. Alright, watch this.
I am under the water.
Spam and control. Pointing down on its own. Nowhere. It's hammering spacebar. Not going up. Like, the fucking controls don't even work. So retarded, man. So to recap, they have key bindings to swim up and down, but you can't actually do that movement. It just doesn't exist. And I know the game's in early access, but this is a basic mechanic, and this game has been in development for about 5 years now. It just seemed very odd, right? I ran into another NPC, and this is when I truly lost all faith in this game. I mean, yes, the combat is slow and janky, but maybe we could put this down to me being a low level, or maybe it's an issue with the weapon. But what really is unforgivable is that simply by running away from the NPC, you can cause them to break because they'll put their weapon away and then allow you to hit them without responding until they eventually make it back to their original spot. And guess what? It's repeatable and it happens every single time. So in answer to the question, why isn't anyone playing this game? Well, maybe because it's just a pile of shit. I did give it the benefit of the doubt and played a little bit longer, long enough to die once more, where once again, in true Calamity fashion, me and the NPC killed each other at the exact same time. What a coincidence. This time I decided to yield to the whispers. The load screen said traveling to the land of the dead, which it said last time, where I then spawned in a new area where they'd simply put a high contrast filter on top. I looked around for a bit, but there was nothing of significant interest. The gate at the end of this bridge thing you couldn't go through, and some of the NPCs, when you tried to interact with them, nothing happened. There were some portals back at the start of the bridge, so I went through one, and guess where it took me? That's right, the same place it takes you if you choose the other option. Which begs the question, what the fuck was the point in that? Honestly, by this point, I'd had enough. I'd seen enough. I'd played for under 2 hours, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to get a refund, because this game is just scuffed, unfinished, and clearly a quick cash grab. Which is why I'm adding it to my list of worst MMOs I've ever played. And I'm saying this as someone who's played Quinfall. Hopefully, the next MMO will be better. I'm going to be real for a minute. I'm not even sure how I found this MMO. It kind of just appeared in my Steam library. It's free to play, has mixed reviews, and more importantly, has more players than Past Fate. And the devs behind it have a YouTube channel which doesn't even have a profile picture. How can you literally have a website but a basic ass YouTube channel? I swear to God, if this game steals my credit card details, I'm blaming you. I also checked out the other trailers on this developer's YouTube channel. I just want to say, unironically, Dog Team looks like it slaps. So like the previous title, no introductions, just straight to the character creator. Find it odd when these games don't even have an intro. Anyway, I had to choose my faction, the Lumen or Coalition, low tech or high tech, Master Chief versus Robin Hood and his merry men. So of course, I opted for swords and bow and arrows over guns and Skynet. I know, I'm very British.
Oh good heavens, how utterly cringeworthy.
The character creator wasn't anything special, it looked pretty bog standard and perhaps something out the Unity asset store, although that would mean paying money, and this looks like something that came free with the 2002 edition of How to Game Develop for Dummies. And I think it's safe to assume that the logo for this game was probably generated in ChatGPT, given the fact that the rest of the game's art style isn't quite on the same level. The game was courteous enough to give me the briefest of tutorials, which I'm pretty certain wasn't needed. The real surprise to me was the fact that there was indeed other players. I swear to God, it doesn't matter how bad your game is, if it's free, there'll be someone playing it. And 9 out of 10 times, they live in Brazil. I haven't gone out my way to shit on this game, but there's something I need to convey to you. From the moment I logged into the game till this very moment, that was the first sound I've heard. For some reason, there's no music, there's no menu noise, there's just stillness. unless you are attacking an enemy, which you can faintly hear in the distance from other players. Jank sound design to one side, I went to the bounty board and picked up my first mission. Also, take note, in the bottom left corner in global chat, everyone is ignoring me. I had a bright shiny red arrow above my head to guide me as to which direction I need to go, which led me straight into the path of some enemies, which was the perfect opportunity to try out the combat. Ah yes, combat. My first kill gave me some armor, which I was too low level to wear. We're off to a good start. Being a MMO connoisseur like myself, I got to work grinding mobs and slowly leveling up. Unfortunately, I forgot I had a health bar and I died. But it's okay because death is only temporary and I was right back at it. Honestly, seeing other people play this game, I do wonder how they got here. One of the enemies dropped a bow, so I used that instead of the knife, and this seemed to cause the skill icon to glow, so I clicked on it. Once inside, I had an option to learn a new attack. I'm assuming this is because I've equipped the bow. However, in my haste, I didn't equip a skill, and secondly, bows need arrows, otherwise they don't work. So I reverted back to my knife, equipped the skill, unlocked the new one, and I got back into business. Some might argue that these systems are more thought out than Ashes of Creation. It does seemingly have more players at least. I'm not sure why I kept playing this game because everything about it just shouted basic. But despite its bad design, bad layout, janky graphic, it did have one thing right, which was the basic concept of a MMO. You kill stuff, numbers go up. And more importantly, there's a dopamine hit from loot drops. But let's not get it twisted, I'm not calling this Game of the Year. It's quite the opposite, and it's really funny how it lacks some basic mechanics like, oh I don't know, screen shake or red on screen when you're getting hit when you're in another menu, an option to select and sell multiple items at once, a visually appealing UI and skill tree. Remarkably, for some reason, this game actually had a cash shop, and it slowly became apparent that when it came to mob placement, it was just done in rows, like they were in intervals slowly going up by a level each time. It's like they just copy and pasted like these monsters in a line, slowly getting harder. For some reason though, I kept on playing and I had no idea as to why. And what was even weirder was that no one in this game was being social, apart from this one guy who I think was probably speaking in Portuguese, which leads me to believe they're probably based in Brazil maybe. Alô, subto sawman. I decided if I was going to find any redeeming features about this game, maybe I need to go further out. And do you know what I found when I went further out? That's right, absolutely fuck all. I did try a dungeon and it was just shite. Honestly, I don't understand how I found this game. I don't understand why I'm playing this game. I don't understand how I sunk in almost 2 hours into this game. Luckily, it was free. I don't think it's a crypto miner at least, but Jesus Christ, like, is this someone's like fucking school project and it's like unfinished? Right, what the fuck is this? Anyway, I'm about 10,000 hours in this dog racing game that I heard about, so if you want a full review of this, get like 5,000 likes on this video. Next up is Heartwood Online, a top-down Stardew Valley looking MMO which looks quite quaint and cozy. It's been in early access since 2023, has mixed reviews, and is also available on mobile. So, without further delay, let's jump in and take a look. Okay, on first look, there's a heavy presence of being available on mobile phone. The character creator was quite straightforward, and personally, I am a fan of this pixel art style. There were 4 classes to choose from: warrior, rogue, priest, and mage. But overall, I felt like the character creator was quite basic. I mean, why is there only 5 different hair colors to actually choose from? Is it really that hard to program some extra colors? Anyway, I picked the name and I was then introduced to the world of Heartwood. The controls were simple, but I suppose it has to be if you're designing this for mobile as well. Ooh, what's that? I started off with one ability, which was a heal. Ah, shit, okay. And it was left click to attack. I'm liking it already. Look at me beat the shit out of a bunny rabbit. Yeah, gaming. My first quest was to collect some bunny pelts, so I went on a rabbit massacre. And honestly, the combat was quite satisfying. I had no qualms with it at this point. But it wasn't just combat, there's also crafting and gathering. What's my bag space looking like? Oh wow, this is Stardew Valley. I sense a lawsuit. I then got into a fight with a deer, which was 4 levels above me, and it started chunking my health, which I didn't notice till last minute. Oh shit, I'm dying. Busy reading chat. Ah! I thought I had it under control until... Oh, I need it. Shit. Fuck it. Alright, who had me dying in the first 7 minutes? Anyone? Oh, that is embarrassing. I kept my stuff though, that's alright. Shoot a rabbit. Alright, we're leveled up. So yes, I died to a deer, but the main thing was, I didn't lose anything for doing so. When you level up, you have the option to increase your stats. More on that later. And when I handed in my quest, I had an option to choose a weapon. And being a mage, obviously I went for the wand. The wand required a little bit more aiming than the sword, but it also allowed me to do ranged attacks. Oh wait, this is like a genocide of rabbits. I feel bad. I was slowly leveling up and now able to kill deers. Get it? Fuck you, deer. Yeah, I need more critical chance. Don't care about physical abilities. I think I'm just gonna go crit build, you know? Like, think about critting all the time. It's OP, innit? You know? Level up. Crit build. I don't know if this is actually gonna work, by the way. Like, crit build. Yeah. And as we all know, all great MMOs have fishing, which Heartwood Online also has. The fishing is very simple. You cast your line, you wait, you get a fish, you hope. And there's also a leaderboard as well to go with it. From what I can tell, the questing went up in small intervals, and it was more focused around rewarding players as opposed to expanding the actual game lore. So with that in mind, it didn't leave much else to do than just to go away and level up, which in turn didn't really provide much engagement. There's not much else to do other than grind mobs and just try and become a better player. And I think by level 5, the repetitiveness of the grind started to take a toll on me. So I started drinking Monster, and I don't want all that fucking sugary shit, I just want the chemical stuff which makes me like not fall asleep. So I started drinking White Monster. And do you know what? Back then, zero sugar White Monster wasn't popular. No one fucking drank it. I could go to my local shop, buy 10 cans, and it'd be fine. Oh, there you go. That was a crit. That was a 10. Boom. I got bored of grinding, so I started looking at the crafting system, which was, you know, simple enough, but it wasn't good enough that it was worth abandoning mob grinding to go and try and craft some armor. So I went back to grinding beers again. I did, however, have a positive interaction. Hey, you're finally awake. I took an arrow to the knee once. I was an adventurer like you. Love the videos. Mate, I can't type. TY. I don't know where that went. I said thank you in my heart. Definitely felt like going to mage was actually hindering me. I wasn't leveling up as fast because I had a single attack as opposed to a AoE. But I persevered and eventually got to level 9. And then I made a friend. And the worst thing is, it's like you get games like Ash the Creation where they're like, oh, we're bringing back social MMOs. And they're doing a fucking horrible job. Like, how are you being social? Because they're not really being social. Like, they're missing the fundamentals of what makes a game social. It doesn't need to be like all like swears and stuff. Oh, he's got a flying bird. Look, I'm gonna be social in an MMO. Fuck. Like the bird. Burb. I'm being social, guys. Social MMO. How do I get burp? Kill 100 can drop it. Look at that. The power of talking in an MMO. I'm gonna go kill 100 birds now, guys. Spies. Oh, PT. What is PT? I don't know what PT is. Ah! Party. Ah! He's trying to be social, guys. Oh, okay. Alright, we're in a party now. He's gonna grind me. He left the party. I don't know what. What's he want? I don't know what you want. Fucking talk. Chat is there for a reason. Maybe this is why people play solo. He invited me to a party. Was it? I don't understand. Okay. Accept your party. I follow. Guys, we're going on an adventure. Oh my god, there's birds. Can you imagine if I get like a fucking endgame mount? Ah! I got 0 XP. Well, this is going well. I don't know if this is worth my while. Fuck it, we're going on an adventure, guys. We've got this on this dungeon. Oh, what is that? Got him. Should we go explore the map? Oh, look at this. I'm just gonna leave the party. Oh, has he fucked me? Oh, he's fucked me. Oh, he's fucked me. I'm fucked. Ruh-roh. I think he's laughing because he's just tricked me. Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, fuck you. But I like that. When you go ask people for help, it really does, like, change the game. I feel like Apogee made you want to group up. Is he beating me? He's beating me with a whip. This is like... Don't socialize ever. Harder. Why is this game cursed already? Why is it cursed? My new friend then challenged me to a duel, so naturally I accepted. Oh, fuck yeah. Duel. Oh, I'm gonna fuck him up. Oh, killed. Mate, there's PvP. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Oh, he's getting fucked up. Ah, oh, missed. I think, see those crits? See those crits? Ah, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. No! Yeah, he's gonna win this one. Hang on, hang on. Oh no, I fucked up. I'm just gonna stand out here. Fuck it. Yeah, let's go! Let's go! 4,000 IQ. GG. Yeah, I don't know if there's much else I can get out of this game tonight. It's always like 2 in the morning. I'm knackered, and it's like 3-hour stream. All in all, I don't think Heartwood Online is a bad game. I just think it's definitely a grindy one and a very mobile focused one. I recently played Trolldrom, which has worse graphics than this, but it has more complex systems. and I was hoping that Heartwood would do more of the same. What it does really well is it lures you in with the graphics, so you think it is going to be like Stardew Valley, but it's nowhere near as complex or as whimsical. It's actually quite basic. It's not horrible, it's fun to play, but the grind, it just wasn't for me. It's nice to see stuff like leaderboard and guilds because it does encourage the game to be more social, and obviously there's going to be a cash up because it's a free-to-play game. They do have an update coming out this year, but I don't think it's going to be enough to expand on what's already there. And I think that sentiment is shared by a lot of people. There were some concerning comments about people saying they got banned because they were asking about the progress of the game. And I always find with like these sort of comments, it's hard to truly judge what happened. I mean, you're only getting half the story. But at the same time, the comments are mixed for a reason, right? There's definitely some negativity within the community. But yeah, overall, not the worst MMO I've played, but definitely one that is not meeting its full potential. Well, we did it. We made it to the end of another Steam MMO slop video. But it's not over yet, because there are heaps more MMOs on Steam which are just tragic. And you're right, I probably should go outside, touch grass, enjoy my life. But I'm not finished. New MMOs are added to Steam on a weekly basis, and if we just write them off because they're not popular, then we're going to be left with just World of Warcraft forever. And are we truly saying that we can't top a game from 20 years ago? And that's exactly why I'm going to continue playing Steam MMOs until I do find something worth playing, even if it means playing all the worst MMOs ever. So if you want to see how this journey ends, make sure you like and subscribe, and by all means, feel free to become a YouTube or Patreon member. And on that bombshell, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.